back to my channel. You lucky people, you get an extra video today because I just fancy doing an extra video because I have got a book I would like to, I'm very keen on sharing with you because it's a book that I got recently. And I have to say, it is one of the best books that I've, best cookery books that I've bought. It's a very good book, I highly recommend it. It's called the Immunity Cookbook. Here it is. It's a recent publication. It's only, it's very recent, it's actually a new release, and I'm so pleased I bought it because it's just an amazing book. The first part of the book it talks about the immune system in easy to understand language, and then it's got loads of really easy to follow recipes, and it's quite rare where you find a book where you can do pretty much every single recipe in a book, and all the recipes are really easy. And what's really good about this book is that they also show how you can make easy substitutions as well. And if, by the way, you're vegetarian or vegan, I'm not, but I do follow primarily a vegetarian diet, so I don't really eat much meat, so I like the fact that it tells you, like, for example, in the meat recipes, if you don't want to use meat, it tells you, like, vegetable alternatives. So if you are following a plant-based diet, this is a very good book for you as well. So I highly recommend this book. I am, just put it down. Just put it down. There we go. I am, as I say, I am rather very interested in the immune system. I'm very interested in food. It's one of my major interests. That and God, I've got so many obsessions at the moment. Talk about autism and obsessions. I'm just obsessed. Obsessed. Because I'm just really interested in collecting cups and bowls, and I need everything to be perfectly matched. I need everything to feel perfect. Dunelm is my favoritist shop. Favoritist, is that a word? Favoritist? My most favourite shop because it's I just love Dunelm because they're affordable and they just sell the most amazing cups and bowls, and I just love it, and I just love collecting bowls and cups. I get so obsessed. I actually woke up this morning dreaming of cups and bowls. That's how obsessed I am. But anyway, going off a bit on a tangent. But yeah, so I just wanted to review this book really. So it talks about the Immunity Cookbook. So it talks about the microbiome, which is very interesting because 70% of our immune cells actually live in the gut. And so 70% of our immune cells live in the gut, and also microbes. Now microbes, which make up what's called the microbiome, they actually make vitamins, hormones, amino acids, and they also deactivate toxins as well for medicine and other things you might consume. So the book kind of looks at each part of the immune system. First of all, the lymphatic system, which is a drainage system that helps get rid of waste and toxins. The lymphatic system runs throughout the whole body as a conduit for lymph fluid. The white blood cells use the lymph to patrol the body, a sort of surveillance system. They are made up, so white blood cells use lymph to patrol the body. The lymphatic system is made up of lymphatic vessels that connect to lymph nodes, which are the small kidney bean-shaped organs that filter the lymph. The vessels are tube-shaped and they transport the lymph. The lymphatic fluid is squeezed through the vessels when we use muscles, and that's one of the reasons why exercise is important for the immune system. The lymph drains in the direction of the large lymphatic ducts, the lymph that has now been filtered drains in the direction of the large lymphatic ducts, and then it returns to the blood in the veins once it's been filtered. The node swelling responds to infection. So the glands at the side of the neck and under the armpits, they swell in response to infection. The lymph nodes store immune cells, and it is in the nodes that the cells inspect for bacteria and viruses. Another important part of the immune system is the thymus gland, which is located behind the sternum, the breastbone, and it's only active until puberty. The thymus gland is responsible for the production and the maturation of T lymphocytes, or white blood cells, and they produce all of your T cells by puberty. And the thymus has the maximum size in childhood. After early childhood, most immune cells are produced from the bone marrow instead. There are three main types of white blood cells, or leukocytes. The first are the lymphocytes, and they're made in the bone marrow. And this is made up of B cells and T cells, which both originate from stem cells in the bone marrow. From the bone marrow, some of the cells travel to the thymus to become T cells, while the others remain where they are, becoming B cells. The T cells kill cells that have become cancerous or cells that are taken over by viruses. A third type of lymphocyte is the natural killer cells. Now, some antibody-producing immune cells can remain as memory cells along with antibodies after infection. The thymus shrinks as we age. This results in reduced immunity over time. In time, the thymus is little more than fatty tissue, and it loses its ability to produce new T cells. Now, the interferon system is the first line of defence against viruses. Interferons are cytokines. Literally, interferon means their ability to interfere with viral replication. Women tend to have a stronger immune response, helping to clear infections quickly, but this also increases their vulnerability to autoimmunity. Lots of genes are involved in immune response on the X chromosome, and obviously women have two X chromosomes, so women have more of those immune genes, which gives women an advantage in terms of infectious disease, but it can also increase their risk of autoimmunity. So it's a mixed thing. As women enter menopause, the reduction in female sex hormones results in a decrease in immune functions, then it kind of becomes similar to that of a man. So the microbiome, to recap, is made up of bacteria, viruses and fungi, the majority of which live in our guts. The microbiome has been described as a second brain. The microbiome includes both microbes and their genetic material. These microbes can produce hormones, manufacture vitamins, and they help with our immunity and weight management as well. The gut and the brain are connected via nerves. The microbes are very important in educating our immunity. The microbes communicate with the brain, the heart, and the liver. The microbes help us metabolise medications and deactivate toxins. They make vitamins, hormones, as mentioned. A diverse microbiome allows the gut immune system to remain stimulated and in a constant state of readiness, so there's no overreaction to strange proteins. Good gut bacteria can control the genes in cells. Chemical messages from bacteria can alter the chemical markers in human genome. And when the human genome is altered by chemicals, this is what's known as the epigenome, which are a set of chemical switches that influence gene activity and expression. And the epigenome is influenced by the environment, and this is where genes can be switched on or off. The good bacteria in our guts also produce short-chain fatty acids, and this happens when bacteria ingest fibre. These short-chain fatty acids can influence how genes are switched on or off. And one important short-chain fatty acid is butyrate. Butyrate is anti-inflammatory, it promotes the mucus that protects the gut lining, and it prevents leaky gut, which is when toxins escape into blood, and this can result in impaired immunity and allergies. The cells of the lining of the gut use butyrate for energy. It's beneficial bacteria strengthen the gut barrier. Without the barrier, toxins, non-digested food would enter the blood, and this would impact our immune response. Okay, so I'm going to move over to video number 2 now to carry on talking about the immune system, what I've gleaned from this amazing book. So moving on to video number 2 now.